What's up, everyone?
What's up,
hey, Ben. I just want to talk a little bit about, I'm going to talk a little about myself, what I do, and then I also want to kind of curve off into some, I guess, life advice that I would give everyone here, because sometimes you get out of this and you don't really know the direction that you're going in, and that's fine. I want to kind of go through that and give you ideas of how you can kind of be prepared for that. You all are in a cool time of life. You're in your senior year. You're about to be done with high school, which is exciting. It's very exciting. But then what's next, So I guess backstory for me, I was born and raised in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I came to Memorial High School. I went to what it was Byrd then, but Memorial Junior High. So TPS all the way through. Graduated in 2014. I played basketball here. After leaving here, I went to Bethel College in Kansas. I played basketball there. I played there for a year and a half, and then I broke my foot, and I wasn't able to go back and play after that. So moved back to Tulsa, and I started my career, right? I guess where that intersects with what I want to talk to you about is you all's path as you navigate out of high school. So leaving high school, I was full-fledged in basketball, like that's going to be the thing, I'm going with it. Went to college for business management. Now I guess more of what I do, I guess I didn't go into this, but my business, Next Level Athletics, I train athletes. So from 8 years old up to 36-year-old professional basketball players. I had like 5 pro guys in this morning that I was working with. So I work with people of all different walks of life from everywhere, right? Guys are in Japan right now getting paid to play basketball, which is pretty crazy. So for you all, as we are navigating from where I started to where I've gotten to, starting here at Memorial, I had no clue what I wanted to do once I went to college. Absolutely no idea. I went for business management. I thought I was going to follow in my dad's footsteps because he did business stuff and had some people that I knew in oil industry. So I was like, that's going to be it for me. Quickly realized that wasn't it. I didn't want to sit in an office all day, every day. So I thought, how do I pivot from this? And I had no clue. I've done so many things from in college to out of college of not what I do now. It has nothing to do with what I did now. For you all are young. I'm young. I grew up in the age of YouTube was blowing up. I had a YouTube channel for a while. I had a podcast for a while. I did maintenance. I did home remodel. I did all kinds of stuff. All of which I was trying to find my niche and my thing. And the one thing that I always had was fitness, right? I played basketball, I enjoyed basketball, and then I enjoyed the fitness side outside of that. I enjoyed pushing that strength side, that fitness side, and so I thought I would lean into that. So went to school for business management, didn't even go to college for what I want to do now. So as you all are kind of deciding what do I do in college, realize that just because you do something in college, it needs to be an avenue for you to find what you truly want to do. And for me, that was finding my love for the fitness industry and what I did in the fitness industry and kind of branched out of that. Getting into that world is not very cookie cutter. You go, you get your certifications, you do all that stuff, but then the question is, where do I go from here? And it's very much like you're on your own. You get this certification, you get this thing, you go with this thing, and you don't really know where to go. So I had to kind of navigate where is that I want to go and how do I get there? And that's where now I would challenge you to kind of ask yourself through your high school career, through your life, are you able to be a critical thinker? Are you able to find and navigate those things that get you to where you want to be, right? So I got into training. I met some guy just by happen chance that was opening a facility, and I happened to just be what he needed for his facility. He had no experience, so I had to get into an industry that I didn't know the business side of necessarily, but I knew the training side of. From that industry, I had to learn how to grow a business, and I had no clue. So I had to learn how to build a website, learn how to run a social media page, learn how to get and advertise, market, and then also be an accountant, all of the things that go into it. So when you all are deciding, like, where am I going, what am I trying to do, you all are lucky because you have the internet, right? And the internet allows you to do things that other people in the past might not have had access to. So you can use that as a resource for yourself for figuring out where do I need to go, how do I need to get there, and then also when you find out the things, it doesn't mean the end-all be-all, you have to go get a formal education or something like that. You can then use your own intuition to build what you need. So you have the ability to do things that other people might not have the ability to do, but you have to apply yourself in order to do those things. So after navigating through that industry, that was a business relationship that became something that wasn't growing the way I wanted it to, so I had to pivot out of that and then move into something else. And so I guess a big thing that I would want to harp on right now is pivoting. So as a person, you're going in life, you have to pivot. You might have a plan, and that plan might not come to fruition, and you have to pivot to something else. Being able to pivot is crucial, and if you want to have something in life, if you have the ability to pivot, you're going to have the ability to find something that actually is a good fit. Right now, most of you probably don't know exactly what it is that you're going to do, but if you apply yourself to find what it is that you enjoy and pivot into that thing, then you can find that navigation until you do something that you love. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that every day. I get to work with athletes. I get to work with the basketball team, these guys here. So I work with schools. I work with individuals, and it's great. And I get to come to events like this and speak. So the biggest thing that I would want you all to take away from today is you don't have to have it all figured out right now, and it's okay to figure it out later. But if you're not aware and if you're just going through the motions, then you're probably never going to figure it out. And if you don't have the willingness to learn or the willingness to adapt and grow, you're probably never going to figure it out. But if you always keep in mind, if I can grow, I can learn, and I can be more, then you're going to figure it out, especially if you have hard work and drive, because that's really, at the end of the day, the most valuable thing. You'll be able to get what you want and go where you want if you're willing to work for it. That's really all I have. I appreciate everybody taking the time to listen to me.
Let's go, Josh! Yeah!